This inverted red triangle has been spotted at pro-Palestinian protests around the world. One at the front of an encampment came up at a recent parliamentary committee on anti-Semitism in Canada.
That's a symbol that glorifies terrorism by Hamas.
The dominant use has been as a symbol of resistance. That being said, sure, there are multiple variations and different interpretations of it.
So what does the red triangle mean? If you saw the various theories in our comment section, you know it's complicated. Experts we talked to said that just because a symbol is used in one way, it doesn't mean that it can't take on other meanings or have other historical meanings.
Depending on the perspective of the person looking at the symbol, you can actually walk away with a completely different reading of what that symbol might mean.
Here's one example of where you might see inverted red triangles. They show up in propaganda videos made by Hamas's military wing, the Al-Qassam brigades.
In some of this material, basically, they have been used to kind of denote or identify military targets that then are subsequently hit. It's can be interpreted as a call to attacks or use of violence against Israel.
It's definitely a political message. It's showing that whoever is shooting is very aware of the situation and the Israeli is not. The person in control is the Palestinian, not the Israeli.
Some of you pointed out that the red triangle was used in Nazi concentration camps during the Holocaust, and that's true. Prisoners were forced to wear different symbols as identifiers. For example, pink triangles were used for gay men. Red was used for people imprisoned for their political ideas. And Jews in concentration camps were forced to wear yellow stars of David.
It is not the first time that imagery related to Nazi times has been used in this kind of protest. We've also heard many times the use of the Holocaust and the use of the comparison between Israel and the Nazis. All those precedents, in a way, make the interpretation of the upside-down triangle as a reference to Nazi symbolism possible. It might not be the intention, but we can't rule it out, right?
Interpretations of the red triangle don't stop there. It's also a part of the Palestinian flag, which has inspired other coded symbols of Palestinian resistance.
Back in the first Intifada, you were not allowed to show the flag. You would get arrested. It was a sign of defiance to try to do ways of showing the flag without showing the flag. And that's where the watermelon actually came about, because it's just a watermelon. But it came to symbolize the Palestinian flag.
We asked a University of Toronto encampment spokesperson what she might say to people who say they feel unsafe when they see the red triangle.
There's a difference between feeling unsafe and feeling uncomfortable. The people who are unsafe on this campus are Palestinians, they're Gazans, they're people whose tuition money is being invested in weapons manufacturing companies. Even what I'm wearing right now, this is something that people may say that they feel uncomfortable with.
If it seems like there's no consensus on how to interpret the symbol, the experts we spoke to agree.
The risk is always that, those who see the triangle would read it quite differently from what perhaps the person using the symbol meant originally.
We can have different interpretations, and what happens with those interpretations are our responsibility. We're the ones who are making the interpretation.